Welcome into the Hawks Nest for high school volleyball tonight. Get you turned around. Hey, Gary Justice here, Justice Broadcasting. Happy to bring you high school volleyball again once again tonight. You have Betsy Layne versus Pike County Central. Both these teams picked up a convincing 3-0 victory last night. Betsy Layne, both of these teams opened up at home. Betsy Layne defeated Eastridge last night in 3 straight sets, and then Pike County Central defeated Letcher Central in 3 straight sets. First of all, let's look at some stats for Betsy Layne. What happened last night as they moved to 1-0 on the season. Janiyah Awesome, the setter, had a heck of a night last night. Jaden Gerald, big-time performance as far as the outside hitting position. Harlan Sloan did a nice job, and Aubrey Williams, phenomenal as far as at the net, blocking the volleyball. I had an opportunity to watch Betsy Layne play Saturday as they hosted a panorama, and they played Hazard, Jenkins, and Leslie County, and Betsy Layne was extremely impressive. All 3 of those matches, I got a chance to watch them play. And Crystal Allen, their head coach, does such a great job with the Bobcats, off to a hot start. And this JV match, it went 3 sets between these 2 ball clubs, and Betsy Layne played extremely well. And they dropped it 2 sets to 1 in the JV match. Very entertaining, though. And I was looking at the roster for Coach Allen and Betsy Layne, 2 seniors and 10 juniors. So he started talking about upperclassmen laden as far as leading this team. They have the experience to compete in the 58. They have one of the better hitters in the entire 15th region. I'm talking about Jaden Gerald. A jersey change for her tonight. Typically she wears number 13 tonight. For some reason she couldn't find number 13. She'll be wearing number 24 tonight. Again, 24, then 15 will be their hitters. And number 10, Janiyah Awesome, the junior, she'll be the setter. But also, Pike County Central last night, they picked up a big victory as well as they played host to one of the 14th region perennial powers, and that is Letcher County Central, and they defeated them in 3 straight sets. A big game from the setter. Molly Reed had a nice job there, and she kept on going to Layla Johnson last night. Did a great job from that left side defensively. Very, very impressed with the Hawks. You start thinking about Sadie Vaughn at the net, did a great job. Riley Coate, also the sophomore, did a nice job. I talked to Coach Stacy after the ball game last night. I was able to stream that game. If you want to go back and watch that ball game, it is available on Facebook. It's also available on YouTube at the Justice Broadcasting Network. But Coach Stacy was extremely impressed with her team in talking about how they did not have many free balls last night. And that was one of the points of emphasis all the offseason for Coach Stacy and the Pike County Central Hawks was to eliminate the free balls, run their offense, play good defense, and they did that last night against Letcher County Central, and they pulled away with that 3-set victory. So I'm very excited what we're going to be seeing here tonight. So who runs to 2-0 on the season? Couple things here I'll show you as well. Also, we got the upcoming schedules. As you'll see here with Pike County Central, upcoming they'll play Prestonsburg on the 21st, and they play Eastridge over in the Pikeville High School Classic on Saturday. They got Shelby Valley at home, and they'll travel. They have Perry Central next Tuesday here at home, and Floyd Central next Wednesday. So they play Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. A busy schedule for the Hawks upcoming. For Betsy Layne, they will play on Thursday. They'll host Shelby Valley. They'll also be playing in that Pikeville tournament on Saturday. They'll be hosting Jenkins on Monday. And then the All-A Classic starts on Tuesday. It's to be played up at Eastridge up at the reservation. Then they'll be hosting, actually they'll be traveling to 58 District foe Floyd Central next week as well. So busy schedule for both these ball clubs upcoming. Again, a very entertaining matchup coming between these two. Very excited about bringing you tonight's action. Appreciate you guys tuning into the Justice Broadcasting Network for tonight's contest. Only about a minute and 40 seconds to go. We'll take a short break. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's going to be an exciting night of volleyball action on the Justice Broadcasting Network. You're watching high school volleyball. We're going to welcome you back into the Hawks Nest as we're almost ready for a little volleyball. Well, I take that back, folks. We're still about 15 minutes away from the start. I thought they had a shared warm-up time, so we'll keep it right here. We'll break it down a little bit more. Then going back into the Pike County Central to give you a look of what happened last night there as they defeated Letcher Central in 3 sets. It's 25-14, 25-23, 25-16. Reed had those 16 assists. Riley Coate, 4 kills, 4 blocks, 3 aces. Layla Johnson, 8 kills, 2 blocks. Sadie Vaughn had 5 kills, 3 massive blocks in the middle. Alyssa Hess, 3 kills, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. A stat sheet stuffer. And then Claire Stacy, 9 digs, an assist, and an ace. Again, the Hawks picked up the win to open up the season and moved to 1-0. Yeah, the Bobcats, they moved to 1-0 as well. They picked up a victory over Eastridge last night in 3 straight sets, 25-16, 25-22, and 25-19. Janiyah Osman, 20 assists. Jaden Gerald, 17 kills, 8 assists, 5 aces for the junior. Harlan Sloan, the senior, had 12 kills. Excellent outing by the ball clubs. We talked about the rosters. We talked about the 2 seniors and the 10 juniors for Betsy Layne. Pike County Central their roster features 7 seniors. Give you a little update. They put 15 minutes on the clock and it was running. And then they had, let's bring you back in, let you look in what's going on. You see across the way, the coaches and the captains are meeting with the officials. So they started the clock at 15 minutes. And then they reset the clock to 15. Now they're doing the captain's meeting. Sometimes, especially when the JV match goes 3 sets, sometimes they'll try to start a little bit quicker, especially on a school night, if they can. Well, also now without taking away the appropriate amount of warm-up time, we'll see what happens here. See Coach Allen on the floor with her club. Yeah, so they're going to start the 15-minute break, so we will step aside. We'll check back in with you. Exciting high school volleyball on the Justice Broadcasting Network. BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. With over 35 Kentucky sales pros that live and service schools in every corner of Kentucky, BSN would like to thank all of our Kentucky coaches who truly are the heart of the game. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives. And that's the real final score. Learn more about how BSN can save you time off the field and court, giving you more time to impact the lives of student athletes. Contact your local BSN Sports sales pro today at visit bsnsports.com. Welcome back into the Hawks Nest. Gary Justice with the Justice Broadcasting Network bringing you tonight's action. We appreciate you guys tuning in Encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel. A lot of high school volleyball action all season long. And this one should be a fun one between Pike County Central and the Betsy Layne Bobcats. We have the starting lineup tonight also for the Hawks. First 6 on the floor. Molly Reed, Layla Johnson, Riley Coate, Alyssa Hess, Claire Stacy, and Kaylee O'Neill will be the first 6 for Coach Courtney Stacy in her 5th season leading the program. And Coach Crystal Allen for the Bobcats. Her first 6 will look like this. Jaden Gerald, they have a jersey change there. Please note that. She would not be wearing 13 tonight. She'll be wearing 24. Then 15 will be Harlan Sloan, Lakin Keithley, Aubrey Williams, Amari Anderson, and Kaylee Parsons. Molly Burchell will be the libero for the Bobcats. Under 2 minutes play, we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule once again for Betsy Layne. They'll host the Shelby Valley Wildcats on Thursday. Then they'll travel to Pikeville on Saturday of the Champions of the Mountain Classic. They'll host Jenkins. They'll travel to Eastridge to compete in the All-A Classic, and then they will travel to play district foe, the Floyd Central Jaguars. For the Hawks, Thursday they'll travel north of 123, take on Prestonsburg. Saturday they'll play Eastridge in that Pikeville tournament. I'm not sure who else they'll play on Saturday. Monday they'll host Shelby Valley. That game will be broadcast here on the Justice Broadcasting Network. Tuesday they'll host the Perry Central Commodores. And Wednesday they'll travel to Floyd Central. So definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. And we're almost ready for a little volleyball action. Volleyball, the JV match went all 3 sets. Then they had the warm-up period. We'll sit down to Coach Courtney Stacy as they'll introduce the lineups. Well, last time they introduced the entire roster. I'm not sure they'll do the same thing tonight, but we'll see. Last night they did the entire roster and then also did a national anthem. We'll sit down to Coach Stacy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome you to the campus at Pike County Central High School for the volleyball matchup between the Betsy Layne Lady Bobcats and your Pike County Central Lady Hawks. If you could, everyone please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem. And now let's meet the players from each team. Let's start off with the Betsy Layne Lady Bobcats. Number 1, Alexis Miller. 2, Kylie Sammons. 25, Kaylee Parsons. 4, Miley Burchett. 6, Alyssa Simchak. Lakin Keithley. Number 7. Number 5, Isabella Presley. 10, Janiyah Ison. 8, Lacey Howe. 24, J.D. Jarrett. 14, Amari Anderson. 15, Harlan Sloan. 16, Kendall Forsythe. 21, Christine Solar. 19, Claire Newsom. 20, Kenley Gerald. 23, Elizabeth Joseph. 22, Emily Bailey. 17, Aubrey Williams. All right, now let's meet the Lady Hawks from Pike County Central. Number 1, Chloe Adams. 4, Kennedy Hamilton. 6, Layla Johnson. 7, Riley Coates. 8, Kinsley Little. 10, Kaylee O'Neill. 11, Sadie Vaughn. 13, Alyssa Hess. 14, Claire Stacy. 18, Molly Reed. 20, Grace Farney. 21, Maddie Rapp. 25, Kylie Farmer. 27, Kenley Crum. 29, Gianna Parent. 33, Bella Thacker. Good luck, ladies.
So we're ready to play a little volleyball in the Hawks Nest as both teams will be whistled by the up official to come to center court, shake hands. Get ready to play a little volleyball. Should be a fun one, folks. Stay tuned. Gary Justice bringing you all the action on the Justice Broadcasting Network. Available on Facebook and YouTube. Game will be archived and both on whatever platform you're watching the match. You can go back and watch later if you want. Take a look at the starting line for the Betsy Layne Bobcats. Note the change for Gerald wearing 24 tonight. Harlan Sloan, Lakin Keithley, Aubrey Williams, Amari Anderson, Kylie Parsons. You'll see the Hawks: Reed, Johnson, Coate, Hess, Stacy, and O'Neill. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's see who has first serve tonight. Down official making sure everybody's in a proper rotation. Like they are. We're going to play a little volleyball here. Harlan Sloan being the first person in the service area for the Bobcats. Service going to be up and over. Bounced around. Reed will set from the middle. The attack is successful. Betsy Layne leads this one 1-0 quickly. Sloan, one of those two seniors on the Bobcats roster. Shuts down a couple of dribbles. Up and over. Off Stacy's hands. Out of bounds. Quickly 2-0 Betsy Layne. Couple of dribbles. Up and over. O'Neill. Johnson, free ball to the Bobcats. Burchett, Keithley, Gerald with a push. Reed, Johnson, two-hand from the left side. Gerald on the floor, Burchett free ball to the Hawks. Stacy will get over to Reed. She'll set Johnson from the left side for attack. Nice job by Harlan Sloan with the Burchett. Gerald from the left side. Nice job by Hess. Miscommunication. Leads to a point for the Bobcats, leading this one 3-0. Serves up and over. Reed, Coat from the left side. Keithley will dig it out. Action at the net. Leads to another point for the Bobcats, leading to 4-0. Pike Central is lacking the rhythm here early in this contest. Stacy on the floor, Reed at the net. That'll be the first point of the night for the Pike County Central Hawks. Alexis Miller, the junior, will check in for Bobcats along with Janiyah Isom. Isom, the junior. Again, 10 juniors on the roster for the Bobcats. Senior, 7 of those for the Hawks. Molly Reed in the service area. Birch will go to Isom. She'll set from the left side, blocked. That leads to another point for the Bobcats, who come out clicking offensively early. Kylie Sammons, the no one of those juniors, will check in, and she'll be in the service area as she will replace Mari Anderson. Serves up and over. Stacy will get over to Reed. The bump. Hess from the left side, her attack. Nice job by Gerald to bump it. Awesome. Go back to Gerald on the left side. Off Stacy's hands. Quickly 6-1 the Bobcats. Couple of dribbles. Second for serve is up and it's over. O'Neal will go to Reed. Johnson on the right side for the two-hand push. Birchall will get over to Isom. Back to Gerald on the left side. She'll push. Hess, Reed. Back, right corner attack. Nice job by the Bobcats defensively. Birchall. Her attack is unsuccessful. I'll get the Hawks back on the scoreboard. Telling us 6-2. Kennedy Hamilton, the senior, will check in, and she'll check in for Clara Stacy. Gonna allow Layla Johnson, the senior, to serve. Awesome. Right side, unsuccessful. That'll lead to a point for. Check that. We'll call a net violation on Pike Central. That'll lead to a point for Bobcats. We'll put Kylie Parsons, the sophomore, in the service area. Couple of dribble serves up and over. On the floor, Coat. O'Neal will bump it over. Attack from the left side, and that's good. The Bobcats are rolling right now offensively, leading this one 8-2. Zero rhythm early for Pike Central in this first set. Coach Stacy starting to make some adjustment defensively. Gerald attacked that back right corner with laser focus. Free ball upcoming. That's something the Hawks got to avoid against the Bobcats club. Miller will get over to Gerald from the left side. Her attack will be wide. They off of Coach Stacy's leg. They'll make it 8-3. The sophomore Riley Coat will serve for the Hawks. Sadie Vaughn will check in for Pike Central. Burchett with a bump. Gerald with the set. Amari Williams, may I check that? Aubrey Williams. Kennedy Hamilton attack is blocked at the net, and they'll fall on Pike Central's side, and that'll lead to a point for Betsy Layne. Chloe Adams, the senior, will check back in for Pike Central, and Harlan Sloan, the senior, will check in for the Bobcats. I'll allow Jaden Gerald to be in the service area, the senior. Attack is long. Alyssa Hess, the sophomore, being in the service area for the Hawks, trailing 9-4. Up and over. Sloan will get over to Isom. She'll set. There's going to be a front row attack. Action at the net, and that will fall on the ground. That'll lead to a point for the Betsy Layne Bobcats. Amari Anderson will check in. Kylie Samuels will check out for the Bobcats. Well, Janai Awesome, the junior, to serve. Unsuccessful as the ball will find the hardwood. Quickly 11-4. Coach Stacy says, give me a timeout. Not a lot of rhythm so far for the Hawks here in set one, trailing 11-4. Something last night against Letcher County Central that was able to minimize their errors. So far in set one, unable to control the first ball over, leading to free balls to Betsy Layne, leading to attack options. And when you have Jaden Gerald and you have Harlan Sloan and Aubrey Williams, those folks do not need any help as far as scoring the volleyball. See what type of adjustments Coach Stacy will make through this timeout. Got 11-4, and Coach Stacy says, give me one of my 2 timeouts. First set. So the junior Austin will go back in the service area. We have official signal for serve. Up and over. Adams will read. Pass from the right side. That's Hampton on the right side. She's blocked. Vaughn at the net. She's blocked. Reed. Hawks are bumping into each other. Hamilton from the left side. She tried the back left corner. Free ball could come to the Hawks. Pass over to Reed. Vaughn from the middle. Big time swing. Scrambles around. That's going to free ball to the Hawks once again. Adams will get over to Reed. She'll set. Vaughn from the middle. Unsuccessful. Bobcats are playing in rhythm. Pike Central is not. Leads to a 12-4 lead right now for the Bobcats. Couple of dribbles. Up and it is over. Adams over to Reed. She'll set this time. Hamilton from the right side. Just touched at the net. Osman set. Sloan from the left side to finesse. Hawks on the ground. Reed will be called for the 2-hit violation. Hardest lead of this first set's been 9. It's currently 9 at 13-4. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the Justice Broadcasting Network for high school volleyball action. Serves up and over. Reed with a bump. Vaughn from the left side. Big time swing. And it's long. Got to find rhythm between your setter and hitter. And right now the team in blue has it, and the team in orange does not. Adams over to Reed. He'll set. Vaughn from the left side. Big time swing. Berger will bump it up. The ball will find the hardwood. That leads to a point for the Hawks. Johnson will check in. Maddie Rattle will check out for the Hawks. Kennedy Hamilton being in the service area for the team in orange and blue. Couple of dribbles. The serve's up and over. And called an ace, folks. Take a look at in the stands to the Hawk Nation cheering on their ball club. Serves up and over. The attack, tried the back right corner. Swallowed up by the Hawks defense. Johnson from the left side. Burchett, that ball be in. It's a 14-7. Allow Kennedy Anderson to check that. Kennedy Hamilton to stay in the service area. Couple of dribbles. Gerald Keithley, Sloan from the middle. Dug out by the Hawk defensively. Johnson with a nice finesse from the left side. The senior, known for the power, showed the change up on that one. 14-8. Both teams starting to play a little more rhythm. Up and over. Burchett. Miscommunication, Sloan, and that'll lead to another point for the Hawks. The Hawks have responded since that timeout, outscoring Betsy Layne 5-1. Kennedy Hamilton will be still in the service area. Couple of dribbles. She'll find her spot. Burchett over to Gerald. She'll set. Aubrey Williams from the right side, unable to be controlled by the Hawks. And a big time swing from the right side leads to a point for the Bobcats. Aubrey Williams is one of those 10 juniors on the roster. A big time swing. This will be Miley Burchett, a junior, libero. Reed will bump Johnson from the left side. She'll push. And miscommunication between Bobcats leads to a point for the Hawks. Trailing 15-10. Riley Cote will check in. Chloe Adams will check out for the Hawks. And that's going to lead to Sadie Vaughn, the sophomore. Off of Keithley's hands, and that'll be another point for the Hawks. Now trailing this one 15-11. Layla Johnson up to 3 kills. 15-11. Vaughn serves up and over. Gerald over to Keithley. The push. That was Parsons on the push. Johnson off Keithley's hands. Burchett will run it down. Free ball upcoming. Sloan will bump it over to the Hawks. Stacy will get it to Reed. She'll set. Coach from the middle. Nice job of Gerald to bump it up Keithley. The bump back over the Hawks. Hess on the floor. That action at the net leads to a point for Betsy Layne. Kelly O'Neill returned to the lineup, replacing Sadie Vaughn, and Harlan Sloan, the senior for Betsy Layne, will be in the service area, leading this one 16-11. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the Justice Broadcasting Network for high school volleyball. Stacy with a bump to Reed. Coach from the left side. Balls on the hardwood. Leads to a point for Pike County Central. Both teams now starting to run a little better offense. Alexis Miller returned to the lineup along with Janiyah Ison. 10 and blue will probably be the setter with Gerald being in the front row. Now you had the setter for Pike County Central, Molly Reed, in the service area. The bump, the set. Gerald from the left side, the finesse. Unable to get across the net, makes it 16-13. Closest match been a long time. Allow Reed to remain in the service area. Serves up and over. Osmond will set. Parsons with a two-hand push. Hess will get her to Reed. Hess from the right side. She's blocked. She and Gerald with a little joust action. Back right corner attack. Nice job by the Hawks defensively. Johnson with the left side. Her attack will be wide. And that'll lead to a point for Betsy Layne. That's going to allow Kylie Sammons to check back in. Serves up, hands over. Nice job, O'Neill. Johnson on the right side. The push. Gerald with the set. Free ball. Awesome with the two-hand push over. 17-13. Coach in the middle. Awesome. Burchett. Gerald from the left side. Big time swing. Stacy on the floor. Nice hustle by Kaylee O'Neill. Free ball. Excellent job by the Hawks defensively. We're back. Left corner attack. Nice job, Betsy Layne, as Pike Central scrambles defensively. Awesome will set. Left side attackman. Gerald off the Hawks player's hand. Out of bounds. And that'll lead to a. It was not off a Hawks player's hand. It's just a wide attack. Closes at 17-14. I'll put the senior Layla Johnson in the service area for the Hawks. Miller get to Isom. Free ball for the Hawks. Johnson will get him for Reed. Let's see which way she goes. Left side, Hamilton. Attack off of Gerald's hands. unable to control, be out of bounds. Makes it 17-15. You got to wonder if maybe Coach Al may be thinking timeout here shortly. This game was 13-4. Molly Reed's up to 5 assists already in this first set. Burchett, awesome. Left side, Gerald with the attack. And it's going to be good. Excellent precision. Leads to the point for Betsy Layne, 18-15. That's going to allow the sophomore Kaylee Parsons, talented athlete, be in the service area. Couple of dribbles. Hamilton, coach from the right side. Austin will bump it up. Gerald from the left side. The push is unsuccessful as it hits off the top of the deck, comes back. Sadie Vaughn will check back in. Kaylee O'Neill will check out. Adams will check in, and Riley Cope will check out. Allow Adams to go in the service area. Alyssa Hess already up to 7 digs here in the first set as well. Going 18-16. Up and over. Miller will get over to Awesome. She'll set. Williams from the left side. Her attack is unsuccessful as it's short top of the net. And Coach Allen says, give me a timeout. It is a 13-4 run. Check that 13-5 run for Pike County Central to pull within 18-17. I want to encourage you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel of the Justice Broadcasting Network, bringing you free high school athletics all season long. Game also available on Facebook, and those games will be archived on both these platforms. So if you want to go back later and watch the ball game, it will always be there. 18-17. Chloe Adams will remain in the service area, one of the 7 seniors for the Hawks. Looking to tie things up. Williams over to Austin. Going to go back to Williams on the left side. Her attack, all the Hawks players' hands out of bounds. Excellent attack. Aubrey Williams. I tell you, you talk about a three-headed monster between Gerald, Sloan, and Williams. Watch out, 58th District. This is the senior Jaden Gerald. Check out junior. Hess will set. The right side attack from Kennedy Hamilton. Free ball to the Hawks, trailing 19-17. Reed will set. Vaughn from the middle. Her attack will be long. Makes it 20-17. Vaughn got slightly underneath that volleyball in that attack. And that will be an ace. As the Bobcats will expand that lead out to 4, 21-17. And that was an excellent play serve by Jaden Gerald. Saw an open spot in his back left corner. And just precision down the sideline. Couple of dribbles. Up and over. Maddie Ratliff over to Sadie Vaughn, unable to control that one. And it's 4 straight for the Bobcats to expand that lead from 1 to 5, 22-17. Serves up, over, ace. The Bobcats are rolling right now. 5 straight points. And Coach Claire Stacy said, give me a, Courtney Stacy said, give me a timeout. As it was 18-17. And the Bobcats have responded with 5 straight to expand that lead from 1 to 6. Probably in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you can see Claire Stacy, one of the seniors. She's a key defensive player for the Hawks, is battling an injury on looks like a right arm. She is in some pain. I'm not sure what happened. As we get ready for play, 23-17, and the junior Jaden Gerald remain in the service area. Off of Adams' hands, out of bounds. Get another ace, 24-17. Now that will make this set point upcoming for the Bobcats. Been a game of runs. The Bobcats started this first set off with a 13-4 lead. Pike Central got it back within 18-17. Been 6 straight for the Bobcats since then, and then that serve would be long. Alyssa Hess will be in the service area for the Hawks. Trailing 24-18. Couple of dribbles. High arcing serve. Awesome little bump. Sloan from the left side. Vaughn unable to control it, and that will lead to a 25-18 first set victory for Betsy Layne as they close out the first set on a 7-1 run. You're watching high school volleyball on the Justice Broadcasting Network. Welcome back into the Hawks Nest as we're ready for set number 2. Betsy Layne took set 1 25-18. Trying to get an update on Claire Stacy. Like she is going to be unavailable. Getting out right forearm taped. Hopefully it's nothing serious. That first set for the Bobcats is a lot of Gerald, Sloan, and Aubrey Williams offensively. Hawks led by Layla Johnson in the first set. Now we're ready to play. Molly Reed, the senior, will be in the service area for the Hawks first in the second set. Set serves up and over, controlled by the Bobcats. No, Johnson will bump it up. Reed's going to set. Going to go back to Johnson on the left side. Her attack is swallowed up by Burgett. Gerald's going to push. Anderson's attack is swallowed up by the Hawks defensively. Coates from the middle. Nice job of Birch on the floor. Gerald Sloan from the left side. Big time swing off of Kennedy Hamilton. Coates from the middle. Ball finds the hardwood. Lead to the first point of the game, of set number 2, I should say, to Pike Central. Couple of dribbles from the senior. Up and over. Nice job of Darrell to dig that one out. Burchett with a bump. Reed with a set. Gonna go back to Hess on the right side. Coach Allen thought that was a 4-hit violation because the ball was off the tape. And the attack will be wide. So Pike Central leading this one 2-0 in set number 2. Betsy Layne took set 1 25-18. And Molly Reed will remain in the service area. Gerald will set. Sloan from the right side to push. Hamilton unable to control it. Leads to the first point in set number 2 for the Bobcats. The 2 seniors, Harlan Sloan in the service area. Up and over. Hamilton will control to Reed. Over to Hess on the left side. The attack is tipped at the net. Unsuccessfully, though, leads to a point for Pike County Central. Alexis Miller will check in tonight. Osmond will check in as well. Keith Lee and Sloan will check out for Betsy Layne. This will allow Layla Johnson to be in the service area for Pike County Central, leading this one 3-1. Up and over. Left-hand attack is wide. Makes it 4-1. Went to Amari Anderson on that right side, and the left-handed swing lands outside the quarter plate, leads to a point for the Hawks. Layla Johnson, a couple of dribbles. Her serve is up. It's over. Burchett will play it. Awesome. Gerald from the left side. Johnson will get over to Reed. She'll run it to the right side with Hess. Awesome over to Burchett. Back to Gerald left side. Off of Reed. Hamilton will call for a 2-hand push. Hawks will scramble defensively. Gerald from the left side. Her attack. Ball off of a Pike Central player's hands out of bounds. Call that a kill for the junior. Kylie Sams will check in, and Amari Anderson will check out for the Bobcats. I'll allow Sammons to be in the service area. Down official says, give me time. As the scoreboard goes out. Just had to reset it. Coach Stacy took care of it. Now we're ready to play a little volleyball. Coach Stacy, I saw her working the concession stand during the JV match. Doing it all. Hamilton. Reed. Tote from the right side. Burchett, Gerald from the left side. Her attack off the top of the net. Skeeters across the top of the net. Finds the hardwood. Makes it 4-3. Couple of dribbles. Up and over. Ratliff over to Hamilton. Free ball upcoming. What Betsy Layne does with it here. Awesome will set. 2-hand push. Back left corner is wide. Riley Coate to go into the service area. Sadie Vaughn will check in. And Kaylee O'Neill will check out. Coach serves up and over. Miller, Burchett, free ball upcoming. It'll be awesome. He'll bump it over. Ratliff will get it to Reed. Vaughn from the middle, big time swing, scramble, unable to control it, lead it to a point. Or Pike County Central makes it 6-3. Cut with a couple of dribbles. Now she's ready to go. The sophomore serves up, over. Miller's unable to control it. Called an ace, makes it 7-3. So with Claire Stacy being out of commission right now, I'm not sure she'll be able to return to the ball game. That kind of play with Pike County Central's depth, and the service error will lead to a point for Betsy Layne. Aubrey Williams will check back in. This will allow Kaylee Parsons, sophomore, to be in the service area. Adams, Vaughn from the left side. Awesome will set. Gerald from the left side, her attack. Adams will swallowed up. Reed. Hamilton will call for it. Blocked at the net. Aubrey Williams. A little block party on a Tuesday night. Parsons remain in the service area for the Bobcats. Hess will set. Hamilton from the right side. Her attack is swallowed up. Nice job by Parsons. At the net, joust action. Vaughn will play it. Reed with the attack. Awesome will set. Williams from the middle. Big time swing. Adams over to Reed. She go back to Hamilton. And setter and hitter was out of kilter. Makes it 7-6. Parsons with a couple of dribbles. Serves up and it's over. Reed unable to control the bump and get it all the way across the net. Gerald from the left side, unsuccessful. Leads to a point for Pike County Central. Alyssa Hess, the sophomore, in the service area. She'll serve in front of the Hawks faithful. Williams will get over to Awesome. Gerald from the right side, the push, blocked, and that is Sadie Vaughn and Kennedy Hamilton. Back, right corner attack. Vaughn from the middle, the push, the middle back. Awesome is going to set. Gerald free ball to the Hawks. Adams will get up to Reed. Let's see which way she goes with it. Vaughn from the middle, big time swing. Nice job by Salmons. Free ball once again to the Hawks. Vaughn, Reed with a little finesse. That leads to a point for the Hawks. Get a Reed with the kill. Makes it 9-6. Excellent play for both teams there. Serves up and it's over. Awesome will set. Williams from the left side, big time swing. Off nice job, Maddie Riley. Free ball upcoming. See if the Hawks scramble defensively here. Awesome's going to set from the middle. Gerald from the left side, big time swing. Nice job by Chloe Adams though to swallow it up. Kennedy Hamilton from the left side, her attack. Burchett and Vaughn from the middle, back to Reed. Reed's going to go back to Vaughn in the middle, big time swing. Burchett swallows up. Nice job by Betsy Layne defensively. Gerald from the left side. That'll be out of bounds. Makes it 10-6 Pike County Central, and Hess will remain in the service area. And under control it now gives the Hawks a 5-point lead at 11-6. Nice job of Betsy Layne scrambling defensively though. Up and over. Awesome. Gerald from the right side, the punch. It's long. Makes it 12-6. Coach Crystal Allen says, give me a timeout. So the Hawks are starting to roll a little bit now, leading this one 12-6. You're watching high school volleyball on the Justice Broadcasting Network. We're ready back for action. Hawks leading this one 12-6. Alyssa Hess will remain in the service area. Williams over to Awesome. Williams from the right to the check that from the left side. Big time swing. And I'll tell you what, folks, I would put her with anybody in the 15th region as far as power. Jaden Gerald will be in the service area. Couple of dribbles. Kennedy Hamilton with a bump. Free ball coming. Adams will bump it over. Salmons will get to Awesome. Sloan from the left side. Off Hess' hands. Ball will find the hardwood. The sport of volleyball, when able to bump it too far and able to get to the setter, goes to the other side. It's an easy play for the other team, and Betsy Layne is capitalizing on their opportunities. Serve is long. Makes it 13-8. Kennedy Hamilton will be in the service area for the Hawks. Layla Johnson will check in. Maddie Ratliff will check out. Serves up Hands into the net, and that leads to a point for Betsy Layne. So the service error will give the volleyball back to Betsy Layne. Keithley and Anderson will return. Isom and Sammons will check out. And then Lake and Keithley, one of the two seniors, will be in the service area. Off Hess's hands, ball finds the hardwood, unable to control the first ball over. Leads to the point. Keithley played well Saturday in the Betsy Layne Panorama. Adams. Johnson from the left side. She's blocked. Aubrey Williams had a big-time performance last night. Now win over Easter Edge, and she's continuing her hot start to the season. Keithley serves up, over. Excellent serve. Burchett back over to Sloan on the left side. The swing. Adams. Hess. Free ball. So Coach Stacy says they have to eliminate. Two-hand push. Adams over to Reed. Another run offense. Johnson from the left side. The finesse. Jarrell will get over to Keithley. Sloan, two-hand push to the back right corner. Reed with the set. Johnson from the left side. The swing. Ball's good. Leads to a point for Pike County Central. Makes it 14-11. Talented hitters as Vaughn will check out. Kaylee O'Neill will check back in. And she'll be in the service area. You have Vaughn and Johnson and hitter on this. And Hamilton on the Pike County Central. Sloan, Williams, Gerald. Talented volleyball players. Gerald will set. Mari Anderson from the right side off of Kennedy Hamilton's hands out of bounds. Excellent hustle play. Lead to the point. Kelly Parsons will check back in. Aubrey Williams will check out. As Miley Burchett, the libero, the junior, be in the service area. Couple of dribbles. Serves up and over. O'Neal will go over to Reed. Coat from the left side. She's blocked. However, she had enough mustard on that one to get her to survive the double block. Gives the Hawks a 15-12 lead. Molly Reed talking to the fans, getting them fired up. The senior serves up, barely over Gerald with a right corner push. Free ball upcoming. Pike Central has not recovered it defensively. Sloan from the left side. Now they have. Will be said a net violation called on Pike County Central will lead to a point for Betsy Layne. And the senior Harlan Sloan will be in the service area for the Bobcats. Signal for serves up and into the net. Alexis Miller. Janiah Osman will check in. Sloan and Keithley will check out. And Layla Johnson will be in the service area for the Hawks. Anderson from the right side. Nice job. Coat from the middle. That ball was just floating above the height of the net. And Riley Coat, the sophomore, says, give me that. 17-13. Johnson serve. It's called an ace. Makes it 18-13. Johnson's played well tonight. 6 in orange is going to be trouble for the 60th district this year. Gerald over to Isom. Gerald with a free ball to the Hawks. O'Neal unable to control it. Leads to a point for Betsy Layne. That's the thing with this Betsy Layne offense is Maddie Ratliff will check in and Johnson will check out. Betsy Layne has the ability to score in bunches. Kylie Sammons will check back in. She'll be in the service area. Mari Anderson will check out. That serves up and over. Ratliff unable to control it. Betsy Layne, a historically strong program, and expect no difference here in the 2025 season. Crystal Allen was a Betsy Layne legend when she played the Bobcats. There's the bump. Gerald from the left side. Hawks on the ground. Not enough. That pulls the Bobcats within 2 at 18-16. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the Justice Broadcasting Network for high school volleyball. Salmon serves up. Hands in. Excellent placement. Went to the back right corner. That's what you call the one spot. And she drilled it. Coach Stacy said that was on me. I think she was yelling that was out of bounds. Hard serve. O'Neal, Reed, finesse at the net. Nice job by Betsy Layne to scramble. Gerald from the left side. A lot of power. The junior. One of the most talented players in the entire 15th region. Tied at 18. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the Justice Broadcasting Network. An exciting volleyball match tonight. O'Neal will get it to Reed. She'll set Hamilton on the left side. Gerald, soft hands, awesome. Go back to Gerald left side. The attack is not successful. It leads to a point for Pike Central. They regain lead at 19-18. Vaughn will check in. O'Neal will check out. Adams will check in. And Coate will check out. Allow Chloe Adams to go to the service area for Pike County Central. Betsy Layne took set 1, 25-18. Pike Central leading set 2, 19-18. Miller over to Awesome. She'll push it across. Two hands. Reed. Vaughn from the middle. She tried for the back line. Unsuccessful. A little too long. Got to snap down when you hit the volleyball. Got to snap that wrist to get that downward trajectory. Kaylee Parsons, a sophomore, being in the service area. Miscommunication leads to a point for Betsy Layne. Aubrey Williams also checked back in for Betsy Layne. She was playing his left front position. Betsy Layne has her first lead here. Hess. Hamilton from the middle. Awesome. Free ball upcoming to the Hawks. Adams will get it to Reed. Reed will go to the right side. That's Hess. Big time swing. Nice job by Alexis Miller. Unable to control, though. That'll lead to a point for Pike Central. We're tied at 20. Set number 2. Betsy Layne won set 1, 25-18. This is Alyssa Hess, the sophomore in the service area for the Hawks. Miller with a bump. Free ball upcoming. Awesome will bump it across. Hess will get it to Reed. She's going to set. Vaughn from the middle. Big time swing. Better job snapping down on that attack. Gerald from the left. Ball in the air. Nice hustle play. Vaughn will call for it. Scramble drill defensively. Betsy Layne will set. Gerald from the left side. Big time swing into the net. And Pike Central regains the lead at 21-20. Betsy Layne had claimed the lead 20-19. Pike Central responded 2 straight to regain the lead 21-20. Williams at the net, joust action. Vaughn involved in that for the Hawks. Kennedy Hamilton over to Reed, back to Hamilton on the left side, the attack. Awesome's going to second, go to Gerald on the left side to push. Hess to Reed, back to Vaughn in the middle for the swing. Burchett, Awesome. Try to go to that back right corner. Reed will sit. Going to have a violation. A two-hand violation is called on the setter. They have a rule change on that this year, too. You can have two hands on the volleyball as long as it stays on your side of the net. However, that time the hands got separated and the ball went across the net, which led into the violation. Pike Central now leading this one, 22-20. Gary Justice bringing all the action here on the Justice Broadcasting Network. Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. 22-20 in the first set. Betsy Layne took it 25-18. It was a game of runs. In that first set, Betsy Layne was winning 13-4. And then after that, Pike Central responded, got up to an 18-17, and then Betsy Layne closed it out. We're 22-20 here in set number 2. couple of dribbles. Hess. Her serve is up and over. Williams will try to control. Nice job. Gerald with a two-hand push. Hess will get over to Reed. She'll set. Vaughn from the middle. She'll push. She's a little finesse that time. Gerald from the left side. Off of Adams. Leads to a point for Betsy Layne. Makes it 22-21. Hopefully everybody's okay. That one just got Adams caught on a little quicker than what she thought was coming. Sloan will check in. Alexis Miller will check out. Jaden Gerald will be in the service area for the Bobcats. Trailing 22-21. Off of Hess's hands, out of bounds. Now lead will tie at 22. You're just joining us, Betsy Layne, one set, 25-18. We're tied at 22 here in set number 2. The junior Jaden Gerald, who's had a big night, is in the service area for the Bobcats. Her serves into the net. 23-22. Layla Johnson will check in. Maddie Ratliff will check out. Claire Stacy has been ruled out of the tonight's contest for Pike County Central. Kennedy Hamilton, senior, the serve. Up and it is over. Gerald, awesome. Free ball upcoming. Miscommunication leads to a point for Betsy Layne. Excellent hustle play by Betsy Layne on the defensive end. Leads to the point. We're tied at 23. Anderson will check in. Sammons will check out for the Bobcats. And Awesome will be in the service area for Betsy Layne. Play to 25. Go win by 2. Johnson. Reed back to Johnson. Free ball comes Betsy Layne. Gerald will set. Awesome. Sloan from the left side. The swing. Ball finds the hardwood. That gives Betsy Layne set point. They won set 1, 25-18. They're a point away from going 2 sets to none. Coach Claire Stacy said, give me a timeout. Back and forth volleyball action here on the Justice Broadcast Network. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight for high school volleyball. Encourage you guys to give the Justice Broadcasting Network to subscribe. High school volleyball all season long on the Justice Broadcasting Network. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Glad to be on part of the ride with you. Denia Awesome, the junior, will be in the service area with an opportunity to serve and get her team a 2-0 lead. Serves up and over. Hamilton, nice hustle play. Hess over to Johnson, left side, the two-hand push. Sloan will give her to Isom. Gerald from the back row, a lot of power, and the line judge says it was out of bounds, but it was touched, and that will lead to a 25-23 victory for Betsy Layne. They take a commanding 2-0 lead as we go into the third set. Watching high school volleyball on the Justice Broadcasting Network. Welcome back into the Hawks Nest as we go into set number 3. Betsy Layne claimed set 1, 25-18, and rallied to win set number 2, 25-23. Pike Central dealing with they've had to change their rotation. Claire Stacy, one of their main defensive players in the back row, suffered an injury. Looks like it's a right forearm injury. That happened late in that first set. And she hasn't been back on the floor since then. Set 1, Betsy Layne was leading 13-4. Pike Central comes all the way back, makes it 18-17, then Betsy Layne close it out with a 7-1 run to win that one 25-18. Pike Central was winning the second set 23-21. And then Betsy Layne responded, tied it at 23, and pushed and won it at 25-23. So we're in set number 3. You'll have the senior Harlan Sloan in the service area for the Bobcats, looking to go 2-0 on the season. Up and over. Reed has the two-hand push. Keithley at the net. Free ball upcoming for the Hawks. So you got Hess, Reed, Johnson on the left side. Big time swing. She's blocked the net. Free ball coming up. Reed with a push, and the ball will find the hardwood. Excellent play. Play until you hear the whistle. Both teams doing a nice job of that tonight. Miller and Isom will check in for the Bobcats. Keithley and Sloan will check out. Molly Reed will be in the service area. Up and over. Isom will set from the right side. It's Anderson. O'Neill's unable to control it. Free ball upcoming. A lot of free balls on the way for the Bobcats tonight. Pike Central need to do a better job, run some offense. Gerald with precision. The cross-court attack ties it at 1. Pike Central's defense thought she was going down the left line, shifted their defense. Gerald saw the opening in the 4 spot, and with precision with a two-hand push. Give her the kill. Kylie Samuels, the junior, will be in the service area for the Bobcats. Couple of dribbles, serves up, and it's into the net. Layla Johnson will be in the service area for the Hawks. Miller will get it to Isom. Gerald from the left side, the finesse once again. Hamilton to Reed. He'll push the back left corner. Nice job, Betsy Layne scramble defensively. From the middle, back-to-back points for Pike County Central, leading this one 3-1. Johnson, wait for the signal for the serve. She gets it now she's ready to go. Miller. Free ball upcoming. That's awesome. He'll punch it across. Reed will set. Hess from the right side. Her attack was swallowed up by the Bobcats defense. Gerald from the left side. She's went finesse 3 straight times. Looking for the breakout. The power here shortly. Burchett to awesome. Gerald. There comes the power. It's going to be a net violation caught on Alyssa Hess. At least a point for Betsy Layne. Yeah, Gerald went finesse 3 straight times, but that Pike Central defense kind of leaning a little bit, then showed the power. Maddie Rattle will check back in for the Hawks. Aubrey Williams will check back in for the Bobcats. O'Neill will get over to Reed, who will set. Hess attack is short. We're tied at 3 in set number 3. Betsy Layne won 25-18, 25-23. Serves up over O'Neill, get it to Reed. She'll set. Coat from the right side. Her attack is long. Parsons will stay in the service area. Hamilton's unable to control the bump. Makes it 5-3. A substitution coming in for Pike County Central. Crum will check in. Kennedy Hamilton will check out. Parsons remain in the service area, the sophomore. Pounded player, Crum, Coat. And the kill, Aubrey Williams and Jaden Gerald. Quite a combination for the Bobcats on that front line. Pike Central struggling to control the first ball over, leading to easy points for the Bobcats. 6-3. Crum, unable to control it, out of bounds. Makes it 7-3. Again, the Claire Stacy injury has led to a rotation change for the Hawks, and they're struggling in the rotation change. Reed, Hess, Coat from the right side. The attack, Miller. Parson will try to run it down. She does. It'll be out of bounds. That'll lead to a point for Pike County Central, trailing this one 7-4. Sadie Vaughn will check in. O'Neal will check out. Kennedy Hamilton will check in. Crum will check out. I'll put the sophomore Riley Coat in the service area, trailing 7-4 and 2-0 to Betsy Layne. Awesome will set. Gerald from the right side. The attack is successful. Attack from the right side, cross court, hit that left sideline, give them an 8-4 lead here in the third set. Adams will check in, Coat will check out. That's going to allow Gerald to be in the service area for the Bobcats. Serves into the net. Alyssa Hess, the sophomore, be in the service area for the Hawks. Serves up, over. Burchett will bump. Awesome will bump. Williams from the middle with two-hand push. Hamilton will get able to read. She'll go back to Hamilton on the left side. The swing off Sloan's hand leads to a point for the Hawks. Makes it 8-6. Hess will put down a couple of dribbles. She gets the signal for serve. High arcing serve. Burchett. Awesome. Reed unable to get the tip. Leads to a point for Betsy Layne. Keithley and Anderson will check back in as Awesome and Sammons will check out. And Lake and Keithley will be in the service area for the Bobcats, winning this one 9-6. Reed at the net. The back right corner attack is successful for the senior. Johnson will check in. Maddie Rattle will check out for the Hawks. And Kennedy Hamilton will be in the service area. Trailing this one 2-0 to Betsy Layne. Keithley. Gerald. And from the right side. Hess over to Adams. There's the bump. Vaughn will bump it, the free ball over. Gerald will play it. Williams will get it to Sloan on the right side. The attack. Nice job by Hamilton to get on the floor. Hess with a two-hand push. Gerald with the set. Over to Kennedy Hamilton. Vaughn from the middle. The attack is long. That gives Betsy Layne 10-7 lead. Allow Molly Burchett, the junior, be in the service area. The defensive specialist, the libero. Vaughn. Hamilton not able to control it. That leads to another point for Betsy Layne, leading this one 11-7. Hawks found a rhythm in that second set early, but then since then, been out of kilter. Johnson from the left side. Attack is long. Now, a lot of the reason why they're out of kilter is because Betsy Layne's defense. They have 0 spots for the Hawks that you be hitting tonight. Excellent job by the team up the road on US 23. Reed, Johnson, left side, attack. Burton, nice job. Keithley. Sloan will try to play it, be off the extension. That'll be a point to Pike County Central. Coat will check in. Adams will check out. It's going to allow the sophomore Sadie Vaughn to serve. Gerald will set. Crafty. Junior is a heck of a player. Coat is blocked at the net. Reed with a tip. And folks, that's the reason why you play until you hear the whistle. This rotation for Betsy Layne, Gerald will be the setter. She and Reed have two of the better sets of hands in the entire region. Up and over. Gerald to the left. Hess will get it to Reed. She'll set Johnson from the left side. Her attack is swallowed up by Keithley. Nice job. Gerald. Sloan to him push. Get it to Johnson. There's the bump. Parsons from the middle. Vaughn with the set. Coat from the middle front. Keithley with the bump. Anderson from the right side off the antenna. That'll lead to a point for Pike County Central. Both these teams are doing an excellent job of watching the defense rotate and looking for open spots to attack. I've been very impressed by Betsy Layne and Pike Central doing that. 12-10, Betsy Layne leading this one. Betsy Layne leading the 2-0. Vaughn serves up over Burchett. Gerald over to Hamilton. Vaughn with a bump. Free ball coming to Betsy Layne. See what they can do with it. Gerald with a set. Anderson from the right side. The push. Reed back to Johnson left side. Big time swing and it's long. Makes the lead 13-10. Vaughn will check out as Kaylee O'Neill will check back in. Betsy Layne took set 1, 25-18. Betsy Layne took set 2, 25-23. And leading 13-10 in set 3. Reed, Coat calls for it on the left side. Big time swing. I'll tell you what, when the hitter calls for it and the setter sets her up, that is picture perfect. Alexis Miller and Janiyah Austin will check in for Betsy Layne as Sloan and Keithley will check out. Molly Reed, the senior setter, will be in the service area. Couple of dribbles. Back middle attack. Johnson at the net. Ball finds the hardwood. Makes it 13-12. Coach Allen did a nice job on the Betsy Layne bench of giving some instructions to her blockers about fundamentals. High arcing serve. Miller will get it to Awesome. Anderson on the right side. Ball bounces around. Free ball upcoming. Nice job. Awesome. And Gerald from the left side that shows the power on that one. The junior with another kill. Makes 3 times tonight. She's hit through a double block with a successful kill. O'Neill on the ground. Johnson on the right side. Leads to a point for Pike County Central, who is playing to extend this game. Trailing 14-13 and 2-0. Johnson serves up and over, and that is an ace, folks. See if they can find a little bit of rhythm and try to 14. Coach Allen says, give me a timeout. We'll keep it right here. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule for Betsy Layne once again. Big contest on Thursday night as they will host Shelby Valley. Of course, they'll travel to Pikeville for that Champions of the Mountain tournament on Saturday. Jenkins, the All-A Classic of East Ridge, and Boyd County Central. And for Pike County Central, next contest, they'll travel to Prestonsburg on Saturday, and they'll also play in a tournament on Saturday over at Pikeville as well. Tied at 14. Johnson serves up and over. This set, hit from the left side. Johnson tries to dig it out unsuccessfully. Johnson will check out. You have Maddie Ratliff check in for the Hawks. Parsons will be in the service area for the Bobcats, leading this one 15-14 and 2 sets to none. Service error will lead to a point for Pike County Central. Vaughn will check in. O'Neill will check out. Adams will check in. Coate will check out. Then Adams will be going in the service area. Tied at 15. Set 1, Betsy Layne 25-18. Set 2, Betsy Layne 25-23. Set 3, we're tied at 15. Serve is going to be long. So the service error will lead to a point for Betsy Layne. Sloan will check in. Alexis Miller will check out. Then Jaden Gerald will be in the service area for the Bobcats. Serves up and over. It's good. It's called an ace, folks. Betsy Layne leading this one 17-15. Gerald does such a good job on the jump serve. Allows her to get on top of the volleyball and hit straight down, get that trajectory. Get that plane going straight down. Service error. Chloe Adams just found out has a career high 19 digs tonight. And that serve will be long as Pike Central gives the point back to Betsy Layne. 18-16. Amari Anderson will check in. Kylie Sammons will check out for the Bobcats. That's going to allow Janiyah Awesome to be in the service area. Adams. Reed. Vaughn from the left side shows a little finesse. Nice job by Awesome getting on the floor. Two-hand push. Reed will set as she tries to front right attack. Nice job, Betsy Layne scrambling defensively. Hamilton, joust action at the net between both clubs. Vaughn with a kill attempt. Again, Betsy Layne scrambling defensively. Sloan from the left side, big time swing. Adams, Reed, Vaughn from the middle. Burchett will give it to Awesome. She will go to Burchett in the back row. Let's see what the Ratliff, Vaughn, nice effort play there. However, unable to control the volleyball makes it 19-16 Betsy Layne. And Awesome will remain in the service area. Serves up and over. Adams will control over to Reed. Get to Devon on the left side. Big time swing. Burchett with the push. It is long. That'll lead to a point for Pike County Central. Makes it 19-17. Johnson will check in and Rattler will check out. Alyssa Hess also a career high 19 digs on the night. Kennedy Hamilton serves up, and it is over, and it's called an ace. The Hawks have been active defensively tonight. Chloe Adams up to 21 digs. 19-18. Hamilton serves up, and it's over. That's an ace. Tied at 19. Kennedy Hamilton stay in the service area. Gets on a couple of dribbles. Serves up over. Keithley. Burton, nice hustle play. Sloan, free ball to the Hawks. Adams with the set. Reed with another set. Johnson from the left side to tip. Nice job by Aubrey Williams. She's everywhere. Reed, Vaughn from the middle. The attack is good. 3 straight points for the Hawks. Is in a 20-19 lead. And I'll keep the senior Kennedy Hamilton in the service area, and Coach Allen says, give me a timeout. We'll go back and look at that Pike County Central schedule upcoming for the Hawks. Okay, they'll travel up to play 58 District Vote Prestonsburg on Thursday. At Pikeville Tournament on Saturday. It's always been a great tournament. Pikeville's champions of the mountain. They'll host Shelby Valley on Monday and Tuesday next week, and then Wednesday they'll travel, play the other 58th District team in Floyd County Central. 20-19, Pike Central leading this one in set number 3. Betsy Layne took set 1 and 2, 25-18, 25-23. Leading this one, Pike Central leading this one in the third set, 20-19. Williams from right side, a little bit too mustard on that one. And make that 4 straight for Pike County Central. Leading this one 21-19. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is a good one. Gerald, Keithley, Burchett free ball to come to the Hawks. See if they can get it to the Reed. They do. She was going to Johnson on left side. Blocked at the net. Make that 5 straight points for the team in orange. And now it's a 22-19 lead. You can see the Hawks faithful behind the senior. Burchett. Gerald, excellent hustle play. Harlan Sloan, the bump. Adams over to Reed. Vaughn from the middle. Tried that back left corner. Nice job defensively by Betsy Layne. Sloan, the attack, back right corner is long. And make that 6 straight. Makes it 23-19. And Coach Allen will let her team play. Hamilton serves up and it's over. Off of Williams. That'll lead us to set point. Hamilton waits for the signal to serve. Now she gets it. Now she's ready to go. Gerald off her hand. And Pike Central will take this one 25-19. So now it's 2 sets to none. 2 sets to 1. We'll take a short break. We'll come back for set number 4. You're watching high school volleyball on the Justice Broadcasting Network. Welcome back into the Hawks Nest as we get ready for set number 4. First set went to Betsy Layne 25-18. Second set went to Betsy Layne 25-23. Third set went to Pike County Central 25-19. One of the stories of the game so far is for Pike Central, an injury to their senior, Claire Stacy. Appears to be a right forearm injury. Happened late in the first set. Has led to some rotation changes for the Hawks. Give you a shot of the faithful there cheering on the Hawks. Have you invoked? Allow Molly Reed to be in the service area. Serves up and over. Keithley to Reed. Hess is going to set. Coat from the middle. Pike Central found the rhythm in the last part of that third set and see if they can continue going to his fourth set. Reed with a couple of dribbles. Now she's ready to go. Gerald will give it to Keithley. Back to Parsons on the left side. Blocked that by Riley Coate. Anderson from the right side. Off of Johnson's hands. A scramble drill unsuccessful. We're tied at 1. We'll allow Harlan Sloan to be in the service area. Up and over. The set, the push on the right side from Johnson. Over to Sloan, to Keithley. Gerald from the left side. A little power on that one. And the junior has shown the full gamut for offensive ability tonight. Shown the power and the finesse. Sloan serves up over O'Neal to Reed. Free ball coming to push from Layla Johnson. Burchett will get to Keithley. Johnson, Coate, Sloan. Two-hand push, back right corner attack. Reed will get it to Johnson. Left side, the finesse. That ball will find the hardwood. We're tied at 2. Miller and Austin will check in. Keithley and Sloan will check out for the Bobcats. And that's going to allow Layla Johnson, the senior, to be in the service area. Awesome. Joust action at the net. Nice job by Coate. Kennedy from the left side. Her attack. Ball finds the hardwood. Gives Pike Central a 3-2 lead. If you're just now joining us, Betsy Layne took sets 1 and 2. Pike Central took set 3. We're in set 4. Pike Central leading at 3-2. Unable to control that one. Pike Central now leading this one 4-2. Couple of dribbles. Up and over. Awesome with a two-hand push. Reed. The set is long. I thought maybe the official may call a two-hand or a double hip, but no call. Awesome. Gerald from the left side showed the power on that one off of Pike Central player's hands out of bounds. Give the junior another kill. Maddie Rattle will check in. Layla Johnson will check out for the Hawks. I'll allow Kylie Sammons to check in, and Amari Anderson will check out for Betsy Layne. I'll allow Sammons to be in the service area. Couple of dribbles, up and over. Reed will set Two-hand push from the middle. Gerald from the left side shows the power once again. Now quick leaper. Reed. Hess from the right side. Tries to the back left corner. And it's successful. Vaughn checks in. O'Neal checks out for the Hawks. So you have Vaughn, Kennedy Hamilton, Alyssa Hess on the front row. Riley Coach serves up over. Unable to be controlled. That is called an ace. And the Hawks are rolling right now, leading this one 6-3. Betsy Layne leading this one 2 sets to none. 2 sets to 1. Miller's unable to control that serve. Back-to-back aces for Riley Coate, the sophomore. Gives Pike Central a 7-3 to lead. Serves into the net. Adams checks in, Coate checks out. Aubrey Williams will return to the lineup for the Bobcats. That's going to allow Kelly Parsons to serve. Vaughn with a bump. Free ball coming. Adams will bump it across. Parsons over to Awesome. Gerald from the left side shows the power block to the net. As Vaughn with another block. And that leads to a point for Pike County Central. Alyssa Hess will be in the service area. Couple of dribbles. Now she's ready to go. Miller will bump over to Awesome. Gerald from the right side this time. Cross-court attack. Nice job defensively by the Hawks. Vaughn, free ball. Awesome. Two-hand push to the middle back. Vaughn with a two-hand push. Reed with a set. Hamilton from the left side. Miller over to Awesome. Back to Gerald on the left side. Shows the finesse this time. The ball finds the hardwood and leads to another point for Betsy Layne. Another kill for the junior. Harlan Sloan returned to the lineup for the Bobcats, replacing Alexis Miller. 25 will check in for Alyssa Hess for Pike County Central. Jaden Gerald will serve. Aubrey Williams over to Awesome. A little miscommunication leads to a point for Pike County Central. The first ball over got over to Betsy and got on Awesome's hands a little bit quicker than what she thought it was going to. And that leads to a point for Pike County Central as Layla Johnson will check in, Maddie Rattler will check out, and Kennedy Hamilton will be in the service area for the Hawks. Gerald, Awesome. Three balls coming, Sloan with a bump over. Reed with a set. Johnson from the left side to push. There's going to be a point as Williams will be called on a net violation. Makes it 10-5. Betsy Layne won sets 1 and 2. Pike Central took set number 3 and leading this one 10-5 in set number 4. Appreciate you guys tuning in to Justice Broadcasting Network for high school volleyball action. Action all across the region tonight. As the regular season kicked off last night, again, Betsy Layne picked up the victory over East Ridge inside of Junior Newsom Arena, 3-0 over East Ridge, and then Pike Central here inside the Hawks Nest. They picked up a 3-0 victory over Letcher County Central. 2-1 tonight. Betsy Layne over Pike County Central. However, in the fourth set, Pike County Central leading this one 10-5. Kennedy Hamilton in the service area. Gerald unable to control it. That's going to be the largest lead of the night for Pike County Central. Is at 6, 11-5. We talked about Pike Central's offense early in this ball game was out of kilter. Right now, Betsy Layne struggling with that first ball over. Burchett will get it to Isom. Sloan from the left side. Show a little bit of power in there. They go. Get the volleyball to your point scorers. That's Sloan, Williams, and Gerald. Keithley and Anderson checks in. Isom and Sammons will check out for Betsy Layne. And Keithley, the senior, will be in the service area for the Bobcats, trailing 11-6. However, leading this 2-1. Adams will get it to Reed, to Johnson on the left side, the push. Scramble drill, back right attack. Nice job by Adams defensively. Vaughn from the middle. Her attack will be long. That leads to a point for Betsy Layne, makes it 11-7. Now keep Keithley in the service area. Adams to Reed. Vaughn from the right side off of Betsy Layne blocker. Free ball. Mattis. Sadie Vaughn cleans it up at the net. Give Pike County Central a point, leading this one 12-7. Kaylee O'Neill will be in the service area for the Hawks. Couple of dribbles. Now she's ready to go. Williams with the punch. Reed. Johnson left side to swing is long. Leads to a point for Betsy Layne. Betsy Layne 25-18, 25-23. Pike Central in set 3, 25-19. We're in set 4. Molly Burchett, the junior, the libero. Deep breath, couple of dribbles. Serve. Hamilton with a Reed over to Coate on the left side. She's blocked at the net. Nice job by Betsy Layne defensively. Burchett. Free ball. O'Neill will get it to Reed. Reed's on the set. Coate from the middle. That attack is long. They want a touch. Try to listen in on that one. Got a wireless mic down there. He asked the line judge if he was touched. He said no. 12-9. Serves up and over. Reed set. Johnson, the bump. Free ball to the Bobcats. Burchett with a bump. Gerald, nice job coming all the way across the court. However, it's unsuccessful as the ball will find the hardwood. Hess will check back in the ball game. And Molly Reed serving here in the fourth set. Pike Central trailing this one 2-1. Parsons. Reed. Right side, Hess, the attack. Gerald, Sloan from the left side. Big time swing off of Hamilton's hands. Sloan showing some power on that one to get the kill. Tell you, Sloan, Williams, and Gerald, they're going to be a problem in the 58 this year. Sloan, who just got the kill, be in the service area for the Bobcats. From the left side, off Sloan's hand. He's a point for Pike County Central. Miller and Austin will check back in for the Bobcats. Layla Johnson will be in the service area for the Hawks. Parsons' hands over to Burchett. Free ball to the Hawks. O'Neill will get it to Reed. The set will come to Hess on the right side. Her attack is short. Leads to a point for Betsy Layne. Maddie Rattle will check in. Layla Johnson will check out for the Hawks. Mari Anderson will check out, and Kylie Sammons will check back in the ball game for Betsy Layne. And Sammons will be in the service area for the Bobcats. Ratliff, Coat, Reed, free ball to the Bobcats. Awesome will set. The attack will come from the middle. A couple of different touches leads to a point for Pike County Central. Makes it 15-11. Vaughn checks back in. O'Neal will check out. Coat would check out. Adams will check back in, and she'll go into the service area. Couple of dribbles. From the right side. Miller slips on the floor. Nice job hustle, though. Adams over to Reed. Vaughn from the middle. The attack is long. Makes it 15-12. Just joined us. Betsy Layne won sets 1 and 2. Pike Central took set 3. So Betsy Layne leading this one 2-1. Parsons serves up and over. Hess will set. Vaughn from the left side. Her attack. Williams from the middle. She's blocked in it by Sadie Vaughn. Vaughn tries to close it out. That'll be a 2-hit violation on Sadie Vaughn, as Sadie had the attack off the top of the net, came back on her side of the net, and she tried to attack it again. That's not allowed. 15-13, Pike County Central. Parsons with a couple of dribbles, serves up, and it's over. Ratliff will get it to Hess, over to Vaughn on the left side, her attack. Nice job of Samuels to swallow it up. Gerald from the left side, back. Left corner attack is successful, and that is precision. She had every one of the Pike County Central defenders going to their left, and she hit it back to the right. Excellent patience from the hitter. 15-14. Hess will set. Hamilton from right side. Her attack is unsuccessful. We're tied at 15. Coach Courtney Stacy says, give me a timeout. During this timeout, again, we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Betsy Layne Bobcats, as they'll be hosting Shelby Valley on Thursday down at inside Junior Newsom Arena. That's going to be a big ball game. Two of the better teams in the 15th region hooking up there. And then they'll play in the Pikeville tournament on Saturday. Jenkins, and then the All-A Classic next week up at East Ridge. Schedule played Floyd Central, but it depends on how the All-A Classic plays out. As far as Pike County Central, they will travel to Prestonsburg on Thursday. They'll play in a Pikeville tournament on Saturday as well. Shelby Valley on Monday, Perry Central on Tuesday, Floyd Central on Wednesday. Tied at 15, and the fourth set, Betsy Layne leading this one 2-1. Parsons in the service area, up and over. Maddie Ratliff, Hess, Vaughn from the left side, the swing. Two-hand push. Reed. Hamilton from the left side. Salmons over to Awesome. Gerald from the left side shows some power. And it's going to be a net violation will be called on Jaden Gerald, and that is the right call. As her momentum took her into the net. Gives Pike Central a 16-15 lead, and the sophomore Alyssa Hess in the service area for the Hawks. Bobcats on the floor. Gerald from the right side this time. She's blocked at the net. And now lead to a point for Pike County Central. So Gerald was blocked at the net off of Sadie Vaughn. And then the block ends up falling inbound in the court of play, which, of course, the point for Pike County Central, leading this one 17-15. Alyssa Hess will remain in the service area. Williams, Miller, free ball upcoming. Ratliff get over to Reed. Hamilton from the left side. Burchett will get it to Isom. From Gerald's attack, the left side is unsuccessful. That makes it an 18-15 lead for Pike Central here in the fourth set. Trailing 2-1 to Betsy Layne. There's the bump. Here comes the set. Vaughn from the middle. Gerald from the left side to the push. Reed. Vaughn from middle. Big time swing. Nice job. Two Betsy Layne players collide defensively. They tacked one to the back right corner. Nice job defensively by the Hawks. Betsy Layne, free ball. Vaughn. That's going to be a... And Vaughn knew it as soon as she hit it a second time. So in the sport of volleyball, you can hit it twice if the first hit was off of a block. Jaden Gerald, the junior, will be in the service area for the Bobcats. Tough serve, a little long, but she was trying for that one spot, and she nearly got it. Layla Johnson checks back in. Maddie Rattle will check out. Hawks leading this one 19-16. Gary Justice with the Justice Broadcasting Network bringing you tonight's action. Hamilton serves up and it's over. Gerald with the set. Going to Sloan on the left side. She'll push to the back right corner. Johnson, the push. Nice job by Awesome scrambling. Sloan to the left side over to Kennedy Hamilton. Reed. Vaughn from the middle. Big time swing off of Betsy Layne player's hands out of bounds, making it 20-16. Vaughn's played extremely well here in this fourth set. Showing the ability defensively with the blocks and also attacks. Coach Crystal Allen says, give me a timeout. Betsy Layne took set 1 25-18. Set 2 25-23. Pike Central took set 3 25-19. Here in set 4, Pike Central leading this one 20-16. Definitely appreciate you guys tuning into the Justice Broadcasting Network, and I encourage you to subscribe to the network. Click that little bell so you get notified when we go live. A lot of high school volleyball all season long. Kennedy Hamilton will remain in the service area for the Hawks. Awesome, the bump. Sloan from the left side, the push. Off Vaughn's hand. Hamilton will be a free ball up to Betsy Layne. Awesome. Back row attack from Gerald. Big time swing. Nice job by Kennedy Hamilton. Reed runs it down. She's into the stands. Excellent job by the senior. Awesome. Good scramble drill by the Bobcats. Gerald with a push. Hamilton to Reed. Johnson left side swing is long. And Betsy Layne's able to sustain the rally, get the point, makes it 20-17 as Keithley will return to the lineup and Mari Anderson will return. Awesome and Sammons will sit down and Keithley will be in the service area. Betsy Layne leading this one 2-1. Adams unable to control it, be out of bounds. That'll lead to a point for Betsy Layne, makes it 20-18. Couple of dribbles. That's an ace as Betsy Layne has scored 3 straight to close within one at 20-19. Betsy Layne wins this set, they win the match. Back-to-back aces as that volleyball hit the tape and just trickled across and ball finds the hardwood and Coach Stacy says, give me a timeout. So this is what's at stake. We're tied at 20 in the fourth set. Betsy Layne won sets 1 and 2. Pike Central won set 3. Betsy Layne wins set 4. They win the match. Pike Central wins sets 4. We go to a fifth set, and we'll play that one to 15. so we can listen to the huddle. Coach Allen has to be pleased with her ball club. They responded with 4 straight. Tied at 20. Lake and Keithley remain in the service area. Up and over. Play on the right side. Johnson, the left side attack. Ball will now find the hardwood. It leaves a 21-20 lead for Pike County Central. An excellent hustle by both teams. Riley Coate will check back in. Chloe Adams will check out for Pike Central and allow the sophomore Sadie Vaughn to be in the service area. Jarrell will get over to Keithley. He'll set. Sloan from the middle. Reed. Coate from the middle. She's blocked at the net. Aubrey Williams, once again, we've called her name all night long. She had an excellent defensive performance last night against East Ridge, and she's continued that effort tonight here at Pike Central. Molly Burchett, the libero, will be in the service area. We're tied at 21. Excellent serve. Gerald will get it to Keithley. Parsons with the push. Pike Central scrambled real defensively. Johnson's attack is long. Makes it 22-21. Burchett remains in the service area. Coach, attack is short. Serves up and over. Reed, Johnson from the middle, Burchett. Gerald Sloan from the left side, the attack. Off of Hamilton's hands, unable to control it. And I want to check, yeah, so it is 24-21. That is, they've scored 8 of the last 9 points. Burchett's serve is up, and it's over. Hamilton unable to control it, and now will close things out as Betsy Layne wins at 25-21 in the 4th set to take it 3 sets to 1. So excellent matchup between two quality clubs here in the 15th region, Pike County Central and Betsy Layne. Betsy Layne moves to 2-0 on the season with a 3-set-to-1 victory, 25-18, 25-23. 25-19 in the 3rd set was Pike Central, then 25-21 to close things out for Betsy Layne. Pike Central moved to 1-1 on the season. Betsy Layne be 2-0. Both these ball clubs will be back in action on Thursday night. So we definitely appreciate you guys tuning in to the Justice Broadcast Network for high school volleyball. I can encourage you guys to subscribe, be a friend with me on Facebook, and please remember it's always a great day to be a U Pike Bear.